there's a lot of our listeners out here who are also, they're investors and also agents. Can you talk a little about in those early days, like what differentiated you from, some of the competitors out there?
Man, I was, I was the king of cold calling. I mean, really, that's all I did. A good 12, 13 years of my life, that's all I did. And because I started early, I didn't have money, and I had kind of this problem that I had a big mouth and a small brain. So I opened my mouth before I was thinking. And I told my parents how successful I was going to be and how super rich I was going to be. And I was struggling. I mean, I was really struggling. And I didn't want to go and admit that to them, that I was struggling. So I basically heard a couple of people talk about cold calling. It didn't require any money. And really, that's what I did for years. 2 headsets, 5 hours a day, about 500 to 600 dials, and about 100, 110 contacts a day to set appointments, to go on listing appointments. And I just purely did listings.
That's awesome. So, I mean, one, just the simplicity of it, you want to go get it, right? And then 2, just the ability just to keep pounding, right? Like at some point, I'm sure you thought to yourself, this is crazy. Like after 3 days of just getting your butt kicked on the phone, like talk to us a little about, because I'm sure some of our listeners have felt that before. Like, how did you get through just some of the adversity there? Because making that many calls, like, for lack of better words, you're going to get your ass kicked.
No, I mean, I didn't. I used to even have to write down my own name on a piece of paper because I was so nervous calling people that I would forget my own name. And I am Indian by heritage, and my original name was not an Irish name, Andrew Holmes. I changed it because I would call people, and I got my real estate license in Morgantown, West Virginia. And I would call people, and boy, who's this? Right? This is kind of how the conversation went. Why are you calling me? I'm not selling my farm. I mean, that's really, so I was looking for opportunity. Somehow I moved to Pittsburgh, then kind of to Chicago. And it was not, I mean, I struggled 20, 21, 22, 23. I mean, I was really, really struggling. And, sometimes I don't know why things happen. And I kind of went to a seminar. I was always a seminar junkie. And I bought, on my credit cards, I went to a seminar for Mike Ferry. People may have heard that name before, the guru of real estate cold calling. And I actually did all the things he suggested. And everybody in the office used to laugh about it because I used to stand up in the office all day long and really expired FSBOs, cancel listings. And it was really persistence. And what I realized was what I was afraid of became a game, right? And the game was, how many houses can I break in today? All I needed was 2 appointments every single day. And literally I could go home after that. Didn't matter, as long as I went on 2 appointments, I got up to about 80%, 75 to 80%. So I'd set the appointment, pre-qualify them. I'd call them and say, hey, did my assistant call you? I had no assistant. I was pretending to be Mr. Successful. So, and they're like, well, no. I'm like, oh my God, just Michelle's been so busy. Her name was Michelle, which was my pretend assistant. And I would pre-qualify them, and then I would go out, and I got up to about 80% closing ratio. And I mean, the script was pretty simple because I'm calling FSBOs. They're like, we're not going to list with an agent. I'm like, well, would you be offended if I stopped by and looked at the property? Well, they're like, well, do you have a buyer? I'm like, oh my God, if I told you I had a buyer without looking at it, that wouldn't be the truth. You don't want an agent who's not telling you the truth, do you? They're like, well, no. I'm like, well, great. What's a good time I could stop by, take a look at it? And if they say, well, then not today, I'd call them the next day. And then if they got annoyed, I'd call them the next day and say, oh my God, I'm that agent that annoyed you yesterday. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. And I'd hang up. Then I'd call them 3 days later. Oh, by the way, I'm the guy who called the first time, annoyed you. I called you a second time to apologize. By the way, I'm calling to follow up. And really, that's all I did every single day. And, I made it a game because I had no other choice.